to the first episode here of my MUT series. We picked Lance Briggs as the captain. Usually these will be live comms, but the audio got corrupted, so I couldn't. But here's our starter pack. We got Corey Greenwood, Frank Gore, the training camp edition. He was a nice player to get. Owen Maresic, or I'm not too sure how to pronounce that one. Chris Durham, Drew Davis, Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham will be a nice backup tight end once you find out who our starting tight end is. Chris Clark, Jeff Allen, Daniel Kilgore, Jeff Byers, Vladimir Ducasi, Ryan Miller, Jermaine Cunningham. Then I go back to Ryan Miller because I found it funny that he shared the name with the Buffalo Sabres goaltender. But Derek Shelby, Teo Nesham, Alan Bailey, Jarvis Pendleton, Chris, I'm not even going to pronounce that, Alex Albright, and then we got Aaron Rodgers, who I wasn't too happy about getting as I'm a Bears fan. But what can you do? Tyrone McKenzie, Jabara Williams, Malcolm Smith, Emmanuel Lamar, Trevin Wade, Asa Jackson, Kurt Coleman, Sean Cattouse, Randy Bullock, and John Hecker. And then we got the Bills Stadium, the Ralph Wilson Stadium. We got defensive playbook, offensive playbook, the Bears jerseys, Lance Briggs, obviously, Brandon Marshall, and Calvin Johnson Jr., who are going to be pretty awesome together, not going to lie. Mark Trestman, obviously, as the head coach. James Hanna, Lance Dunbar, Jimmy Clausen, Nolan Carroll, Sherrick McManus, who's going to be our returner for the beginning, and Chris Neald. He's actually Sherrick McManus is only going to be the starting kick returner for this one game, which is the introductory game against the Ravens. But here's Sherrick McManus on the first return for the Renegades. Sorry, I completely blanked out. But the first completed pass for the Renegades is Rodgers to Calvin Johnson Jr. for a first down. Now here's the next play at the 48-yard line. Pass down the middle to Brandon Marshall. Gets up a few yards, 17-yard reception. And here's the first big running play. Frank Gore to the outside, gets around the edge, and nearly hurdles for a first down. Sorry, not a first down, but a touchdown. And here's the very first touchdown ever for the Renegades in Madden 25. And that's a touchdown to James Hanna. But now we have the ball again, and that's a screen pass to Frank Gore, and he hurdles and almost gets a first down. I really love using those hurdles. It's one of my favorite things to do in the game besides juking out players and doing spin moves. But Aaron Rodgers on the move, plants his feet, and gets a completion to Jimmy Graham. This is his only game as the starter because I open the loyalty packs after this and get a fair few good players. But a nice block, and Frank Gore gets into space, cuts to the middle, gets room, tries to hurdle, but is unable to do so. And so here are the players that I got through the training in Warren Sapp. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see me use legends or not. I'm not too sure. I know that Mr. Hurricane doesn't really use them, but he's starting to again because they're not as OP as they were in the last game. But now let's get into the packs. First loyalty pack, we got Amari Spivey, free safety, contract extension, Robert Quinn, who's a right end, contract extension, two of them, and then Brandon Gibson, who is going to be our fourth wide receiver, actually. Second pack, contract extension, and then we got Terrence Cody at 75 overall, and then I was really happy to get Santana Moss, who is going to be our first wide receiver, which is going to be sweet because he's got good speed. And then we also got another player, I forgot his name there. But here's the third pack. I got 5 loyalty packs. Here's an Ascension, Vincent Brown, who's going to be buried in the depth chart. BJ Raji, though. BJ Raji's going to probably play defensive tackle, but I decided that I'm going to have the players play the position that they're supposed to. So, for example, Raji won't be playing uh, defensive tackle, even though he's better there. And then we also got Ryan Matthews in that pack, who's going to be our starting running back. But here's the fourth pack. We got an extension. Tony Moiaki, who was going to be the starting tight end. Kevin Vickerson, who's going to be again buried in the depth chart. Christian Ponder. So far we have two of my least favorite team's quarterbacks. All we need is Matthew Stafford, and we have the trio of them. And the last pack starts with 3 contract extensions, and then we get Harris Farwell, Kendall Wright, who's going to be our returner for this year, and Taylor Mays. And so that's going to be the end of this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.